Okay, so version 14, is it all it's cracked up to be? Couldn't tell you, don't have it. I have got minor fixes. I have got Tron, but Scott's got full self-driving version 14 I'm guessing 1.3.
Yes.
So we're gonna take it out for a spin, run it through the paces, see if it does all the magic things it's supposed to in my small town. Ooh, you know what, Rosh? Blur this. We don't need to show the map in the beginning. Look how blurry my hand is. But let's give it a drive. Oh, one touch and go. No brake to confirm. I would have waited another half second.
I would have too.
Do you notice I fixed my address on Google Maps?
Yes, you did. It came right to your driveway. I'm very impressed.
Yeah.
With you and Google.
Yeah. I should make a whole video on how to fix your address if your map doesn't work. But the answer is, it's not a Tesla problem. It's a Google problem. And you can go to Google Maps and edit your own address. I'm going to try it with that Costco in Ridgefield, see if it stops trying to take me to some little neighborhood behind it. The juniper is just refined.
It's so nice.
It really is. I have very few complaints about my 2023 long-range Model Y, and this addresses them. Now, in the case of this particular one, Scott has jacked it up a little bit and put cop wheels on it from Unplugged Performance. Ben does great work. Sorry. That's all right. His team does great work. I've had a chance to meet and talk with him a number of times, interview him and some of his team members. Unplugged Performance.
Now they're left onto 24.
Not a sponsor.
We're going to have to change that.
Well, you know, it's nice because you can change it.
Yes.
You don't have to do their thing.
Now go right onto a...
I don't think this person understands how quickly this light turns and how long it stays red.
Oh, I know. It stays longer.
Because this is a highway.
Yep. Ocean Beach. My grandma and grandpa's house was right down there. Originally. I'm like, which intersection am I in?
Right.
Yeah. I love the lake at this time of year. It's gorgeous.
Tomorrow's the Laker Treat. Oh, no, today. At 2 is the Laker Treat.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why you said it was going to be busy.
Yeah. Well, I also had some other things scheduled that I just went ahead and moved because it's too busy with... I found out yesterday I'm dressing up for Laker Treat.
Oh, you are?
We have a family-themed costume, which only one person supported, so he paid for everyone's costumes. And I was like, now you understand how my whole life, your whole life growing up, I tried to theme your costumes, and we get like 4 wild animals and a stormtrooper. We're going to be running it through the test. We're going to do a drive-thru. We're going to do a parking structure. We're going to do the Supercharger. And what's amazing is how much range you still have, considering you drove all the way here.
In the rain. With all that sticky rain.
Yeah.
It wasn't like this.
No.
Funny story. Leaving my garage, one button left my garage, which was awesome on the way here. It told me that FSD would be degraded because of the weather. Until I got onto the highway where it was much worse, and it went away. And everything was fine. And then it said I could only go a maximum of 70 miles an hour on the way here. Not in the rain, but when it was just wet. Which is very interesting.
I feel like I'm awfully far to the curbside.
It's the height thing.
Oh, yeah. Because you are a little jacked up.
Yeah, about 1 3/4 inches.
Do your tires have the same total diameter?
Yep. Same rolling diameter. So, which is nice.
Yeah.
Oh, what's within a 1/10 of an inch?
Here's a question I have. I think I know the answer. You know how NHTSA has this requirement that this speed must be accurate, which is to say it can't go over this. If this says 30 and you're going 29, that's fine. If this says 30 and you're going 31, it's like a $10,000 fine to the manufacturer. So this number in every car is wrong.
Yep.
Is the odometer also wrong?
Yeah, I wonder about that. I bet you they're disconnected.
I bet you they're disconnected.
They're completely disconnected.
They have to be, otherwise that's a different kind of fraud.
Yep. But this is not unusual. with piles of regulations. Comply with one.
Oh, we're going to a different. There's so many. I put in the wrong one, but that's fine.
Were you going to go to this one?
This one, but it's got.
That's my favorite one.
But I don't feel like changing it right now. There's also a spot in town where the other day the car tried to make a left on a divided road. You don't do that.
No.
So I'm gonna take us into that neighborhood and try and go the same route and see if it just routes around it.
My neighborhood routes are pretty challenging. The very first one I took it on was a standard one between my house and the bakery. And you go through 5 roundabouts, a construction zone, 2 school zones, and it did really well. Like somehow better than it's ever been. I shouldn't be surprised by it, but I am. I'm always actually surprised when things improve, honestly.
Near your house, you've got 2 lanes, only one of which goes straight.
Yep.
Is that fixed?
Yes.
Wow.
In fact, when it came around the corner, there was a car actually ahead of it in the appropriate lane, and it got briefly. I'm going to stop talking here while we do this.
It's parking.
Oh, is it parking? Oh, it's not going through the drive-thru? Oh, interesting.
All right. Well, let's let it park, I guess. Oh, that's a good park.
Whoa, that was fast.
Yeah. Normally, I would describe the parking as very competent, if a bit inexperienced.
Cautious.
So
cautious.
3-4 points to get in.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an absolutely perfect park.
That did great.
Yeah.
Okay. So
But I do want coffee.
How do we get to the drive-thru?
Oh,
there it is. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna force it.
Well, why don't we make it take us to the other Starbucks?
Okay.
Not the one 61 miles away.
Shouldn't be.
Now turn right onto Washington Way.
Wait.
It's going out the other side of the drive-thru.
Oh, I see.
It could go out that way, but
maybe it doesn't know the difference. It is going through the drive-thru. Oh, good job. It's like, wait. You're gonna drive over the curb? Don't drive over the curb. Good job.
There we go. Right?
I'm still scared about curbs.
Even though you have the cop tires.
I have to go first.
I can't tell you.
Before I calibrated the cameras, it hit the inside on it. Tried to early apex a roundabout, and it just went bam. And I was like, but it just hit the tire. I'm like, hey, tire strikes. I can handle that. Not a juniper.
Can't be. No one's buying them. Did you know that no one's buying Teslas anymore? Weird, considering the record sales quarter. Weird, considering going into Q4, Europe sales very strong.
It is very strange. Inexplicable, really.
Well, a viewer shared with me a video from the Netherlands. Model X is back. He goes, read this article. Tell me, do you see anything weird about it? I said, no. He goes, there's no politics. It saw it. There's no politics. It's just a review of the car and a discussion of the car.
What?
Yeah, there's no social aspect to this article because it is just...
That is very, very refreshing.
You're going to park again.
It's gonna park.
I've never...
Oh, it parks straight in.
Yeah, I've never had it successfully park nose in. It's a little over... It's okay. It's acceptable.
Not as good as the backing.
I
The other.
tell you, the auto shifting is just good.
It's really snappy, actually. It was actually like that on lane changes on the highway today. It was super decisive, and it accelerated while changing lanes, which it hadn't done before. Like it jumped on the gas.
Now we're forcing it to test it. Would you like coffee?
I would. I would take an oat milk 16-ounce latte.
Good morning. What can I get started for you?
Grande oat milk latte and a grande non-fat caramel mocha
Okay.
with whip
Perfect.
because I'm fancy.
So fancy.
And that's it.
Awesome. We'll see you up here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Non-fat whip. That's hilarious.
I'll tap it. I'll tap it again.
Okay, we're going. It wasn't sure
It wasn't sure.
if you had completed your order. Maybe it thought you wanted something else.
And I'm ready to take over. Oh, we're
Way too.
we're 3 feet out from the window. Now you don't have the grabby stick, right?
No.
Oh,
Hello.
hi.
11.79 today.
All right.
That is an old Starbucks card. You're like a grandfathered in Starbucks person. That is awesome. My wife used to have that card. Look at that thing. It's so worn out.
Since 2008?
Yeah, 8, yeah.
Latte.
Oh, no, latte.
Cards are pretty fancy.
I know.
On it and everything.
I know. It was very exclusive, and now it just means I'm old.
So, wow.
No one knows what they are.
I've had plenty of Starbucks employees who are like, what on earth is the meaning of this?
You've had that since Renton, right? Or Kent.
Yeah, I would have been in CTAC at the time. It was before Auburn, I
Hey,
think.
there's that mocha for you.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
That's amazing.
Should we go to the Charger?
Sure. You do have to get some highways, though. It's if you have time.
Well, let's find out.
To Washington Beach Highway.
Yeah, thinks I can turn left. That's a challenge.
It'll figure out. Please. Yeah, there did it. Switched.
There we go.
It's like, oh wait. See that? It's like zoom.
Yeah, that's good.
It is for me.
I'm pretty sure this is not an appropriate U-turn spot, but I think it'll figure that out.
I don't think it has room.
Oh, it definitely doesn't have room. Yeah.
Yeah, good job.
Stay in Washington Beach.
Yeah.
Let's see, rerouting. It's thinking. Good job.
Perfect. Okay, so that's.
And those changes are fast,
Mm.
like which is also very nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the fly rerouting.
Now turn left.
So the fact that it didn't do a drive-through for us doesn't make me sad.
No.
I didn't.
Of all the things it needs to do, that is not one of them.
I'm not
I don't think so.
literally undrivable.
Hmm.
No, that if that's your requirement, I don't feel like you're being honest. There's too many. I have a number of viewers who've been with me for years, Scott, who loathe Tesla.
Really?
Yes, despise it.
How did
Despise it.
that happen? I guess every channel gets loyal haters.
Loyal haters.
Yeah.
And I don't know, are you waiting for me to ban you? Because I don't do that unless you're going hard into misinformation. Because I'm under no obligation to share the megaphone I spent years building. But people, oh, if only it would do X, Y, Z. Okay, but
It's really just another form of love.
it is. It's passion.
Yeah. It's actually kind of an adorable thing, right?
What
Have somebody be that into like despising Tesla and not being able to take their eyes away.
Well, and every now and then I'll have to remind them, it's not me you hate.
Yeah. You were just reporting.
So we've been in chill this whole time.
Yeah.
This doesn't feel like chill. This feels like just driving.
Yeah, we see. I mean, we're 2 over, but if you switch it into standard, it's going to pick up the Bacante to at least 5 over. Oh, good job.
That is, to me, chill.
Yeah, that's true.
If I was in standard or higher, I bet it would have punched it.
Yeah. So yeah.
And the NHTSA, we're investigating because it will go over the speed limit. Well, you need to investigate all cars, my friend.
Everything with cruise control.
Right?
You can set cruise control.
If your car has cruise control and GPS, that should be forbidden. Now, we're not going to do that because that's insane.
this would be insane. But once again, this is just a slightly, technology is always ahead of regulation, right?
Mhm.
And regulation tends to
I hope.
put themselves on the side of hyper paranoid. So
I hope technology is a little bit ahead, because we've seen what happens when the regulation gets ahead of the technology.
Yeah.
That's autonomy in Europe. And
yeah, they're way out in front of it.
way out in front with the regulations.
But they have a head start on regulations. They've been doing it for a lot longer.
If I asked
The
you,
science over there.
if I asked you to name startup car companies, you would come up with a list from Asia and the US. If I asked you about AI or robotics companies, you would come up with Asia and the US. May I hear the names of some startup auto, AI, and robotics companies from Europe?
That's a hard one, Brian.
That's tricky. I'm not saying there's none.
There probably is some. There has to be. But they're not front of mind, that's for sure.
They're not on the cutting edge. I'm telling you, since Ghent lost its status as a global shipping leader, it hasn't been the same. They do have a big church in town, and every year, with the original clockworks that plays a tune every hour,
Yes.
and it's a big, think of a music box with the little nibs on it that play the finger piano,
Sure.
except it's big wooden cogs that they manually drive in. And every year at Easter, they change the song. And what's neat is you think, oh, that's great, until you buy a place next to it, and the next week is Easter, and you're like, oh, I wonder what the song is. And it's Despacito. Oh, all year I'm going to... No, they don't do Despacito.
Okay, good.
They do.
That's it. Because I was thinking about buying a house.
In Ghent.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
It's a beautiful city.
In 500 feet, turn right onto Three Rivers Drive.
You didn't try to avoid that.
To avoid what?
Oh, it was like running
drain?
along the drain thing here.
Hmm.
Avoiding nothing on a highway. Good at that. Really good at that. Oh, and changing lanes to get out of the spray of a semi.
Oh, that's about time.
Yeah, that was it. And giving them plenty of room when they pulls back over into the lane, like a lot.
I will tell you, a complaint I've had long on Tesla FSD is it likes to get out from the fast lane to the middle lane into the blind spot, precisely into the blind spot.
It did exactly 0 of that this trip, and there was plenty of opportunity for it. It does kind of
In 500
it sometimes does a double, like
stay on Three Rivers Drive.
Oh,
when it's changing lanes. Other than that, but nothing super sketchy. For all of the goodness that the changes brought, those little hesitations it has are fine with me. I'm good. I thought it was going to be a problem. I'm okay with it.
so did you see that? It definitely wasn't our turn, but the other person wasn't going.
Yeah, they just set them.
And the car was like, all right, fine.
That's exactly what you or I would have done.
Yeah.
Or we would have actually gestured or something, maybe. But if they're, generally speaking, if somebody's not taking their turn, I'm taking that turn.
Yeah.
So, just for expediency.
You got a download available.
I see that, but I looked and I didn't see anything. It does that. It's done that a couple times, and there's just nothing there. So, and I don't know what it would be since I just downloaded.
Minor fixes.
Now you have arrived at your destination.
Have I? Let's see what we do.
It's got the right route.
I made what I thought was a really clever joke the other day, but it turned out I got the country wrong.
Oh no!
And I was saying that,
Wait, what's he doing? Oh, I see. I was like, which one's it going for?
wow, that is so much more aggressive parking. Okay, this isn't, I can't charge here.
This is not a.
That's cool, but I can't. I assume do you want a little juice?
Sure.
Yeah. So, I don't know. What do we score that? 8 out of 10?
That was a good parking job, very near a supercharger.
Come on. center of the steering wheel. Anyway, I'm annoying the shit out of this guy. I watched someone back into another guy here once.
Really?
Yeah, he was going into the spot so hot. I'm like, ooh, aggressive for how tight that. Oh, no, he crunched him. Yeah.
What corrected? That's pretty good. It would be hilarious to me. I don't think it might not be hilarious to everybody else. It was, what are the things you cannot say for fear of being canceled by Tesla bros or Tesla fan people?
Yeah.
Like
The rabid face.
they're rabid fans. Things you can't say. Things that nobody says because of this. Like that's a cultural thing. So, surely you've had feedback about things that you have said. Like,
Well, I've got a video written that I haven't recorded yet about stop saying people think they're smarter than Elon. Because that's not a thing. We have different opinions, and sometimes our opinions are right. The turnstocks have come back. So, he's not infallible, and pretending he is does harm. I'm noticing that you're getting, even in a car this big, this fast, this fun, with non-standard wheels, about 4 miles to the kilowatt.
yeah, it's actually quite remarkable because
It's really good.
these have a wild. I've noticed the impact on range by putting these on. Right, it's like 5%.
Sure.
That's big. That's a big chunk.
Yeah, they're chunky boys.
Yeah, and you've got way more air under the car too. Like a lot.
Oh yeah.
More. But
Yes.
But still, it started off from such a good base that really didn't have a huge impact.
So what that means is we're paying 34 cents a kilowatt hour here.
That's a good price.
Yes, divided by 4, it gives you 8.5 cents a mile. In a car, typically what I've done, the math I've crunched is always saying it's about 10 cents a mile for gas. So even at public chargers, this is 15-20% cheaper. Now in Washington, the gas is a little bit more than that. We're in an unusual spot where gas is very expensive and electricity is unusually cheap.
Yeah, that's true.
I think Massachusetts, it's flipped, where the electricity is outrageous and the gas is less outrageous. Not great, but that's for public charging. Charge at home.
What are you paying at home?
8 cents.
8 cents. That's pretty good. I'm paying a horrific 9.5 cents.
9.5, right? People in other states crying. We export power. I don't know about your bill, but mine shows a deduction at the bottom for power that we sold out of state.
Yeah. Is that, mine's I'm with I'm on Tacoma Power, which is effectively a cooperative.
Yeah.
And they buy from the big generators like what's that?
Grand Coulee.
Yeah, Grand Coulee and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And still, because they're getting enterprise rates for that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Or utility scale rates, and it's still great. And like we are probably going to get a power hike this year, like all the way up to 9.7 cents, I think, what was proposed. But that, I'm okay with that. I'm okay.
So by the way, we're shooting on the X5, the Insta X5. There are 2 things I love about it over the X3. The battery lasts a lot longer, meaning it doesn't get as hot. Even shooting in, 5.5K, 7K, I don't remember because it's, 2 cameras. And the quality is a little bit better.
Brian, are you sponsored by Insta?
I am not, but they did give me this for free.
Oh, that's
no
nice.
strings attached. What happened was John from Silicon Valley is sponsored by them, and he said, "Hey, you guys should get Brian a camera." And they're like, "Okay." That was it.
Well, good on John.
Yeah, I appreciated that.
Yeah.
So I've already put in our next destination.
So let me unplug us.
Yeah. $4.23. If you went to a gas station and put in $4.23, the person behind the counter would ask if everything's okay.
Yeah, probably.
Because-
As you pulled the change out of your pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, with all of its lint.
We've seen people do that and you go, oh. I think we're gonna put it in a more aggressive profile. Whoops. I think I'm in standard now.
Yep. A little bit.
Yep.
Oh, going to a parking garage. How exciting.
Yeah, we'll see how it feels about that.
I'm sorry, Longview has a parking garage?
One that I'm aware of.
Okay.
It's at the hospital.
Oh, right.
Going a little,
I know, we're kind of zooming through here.
but I
okay.
did change the speed profile.
I'm seeing actually quite a few Teslas here in Longview. It's definitely good.
There we go. That was good.
Very polite. Very polite. Oh, I see.
Park says again, Target has specials. What's your car's name?
3. I mean,
This car's name.
oh, this car. Oh, haven't given this car a name yet.
Oh,
Takes a long time for names to come.
good ones.
See, that's the thing.
Right onto Three Rivers Drive.
A little uncertainty, hesitation.
Did I tell you that we're in a naming war on the Model 3? Well, because we're kind of like joint owners. I did the down payment, he does the monthly. They first named it Iron Lung from some TV show that I've never heard of. But the latest name I came up with, which they're not fans of, I wanted something clever. Scott, I need something clever.
Of course you do.
Do you know about the unusual electrical phenomenon, which the car is, called St. Elmo's fire?
Certainly.
Yeah, it's when there's like
Yeah.
lightning on the tips of trees from atmospheric static. So that's part of it. And also that car from the movie with what's his name? The musical where he drives a car real fast. What was his car's name? You remember
Oh, Brian. you're
Grease, that movie. What was his car's name? There's a song about it. Grease Lightning, that's right.
Oh,
I
so
remember.
he's St. Elmo's. Wait.
Well, the car's fun, it's fast, it's red, the car is Greased Elmo.
Greased Elmo? Well, okay. Yeah, that's a stretch.
I don't know why the kids don't like it.
I don't. Greased Elmo. Well, I know why they don't like it.
I know why they don't like
Yeah,
it.
I know why they.
It's the same reason I like it.
Yeah, it's exactly. Yes, very same reason. Oh my goodness.
The overlap.
You had some other ones that were fantastic that you told me.
Well, I did like the naming convention used by Cadillac. Celestic, Vistic, Optic.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, Fishstick.
Fish stick, perfect.
And they're like, nope.
Oh,
I'm like, okay. How about superhero? What's the guy who runs real fast? What's his name? Red suit. It's the right color.
yeah.
Flash.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, that's not as bad. I go, perfect. Let's meet in the middle. Flash Gordon's fish stick. No. Really? That's genius.
Come on.
It's hard to top.
You could keep this game going for a very long time.
I plan to.
Yeah.
I plan to. Mark from the Tesla Life suggested one. He's like, well, it's fast, it's red, it's sexy. How about red lipstick? And I'm like, oh, that is worse.
That is actually worse. What's Mark's car?
Oh yeah, I should ask.
You should ask him.
It's probably car.
Car.
That would be
What's your dog's name? Dog, of course.
like from the very first episode of Dilbert. It had promise. It was a failure. They said Howard from accounting is good at naming things. You named your baby, didn't you? I sure did. How is Howard Jr.? She's fine.
She's fine. Oh, yes.
Yeah, let's not put Howard from accounting in charge of naming the product. Acorn was the name they went with. Actually, Acorn was the one they wanted to go with. But I, should remember it better. I did see it once 30 years ago. It's more like 27 years ago, but one time I went to a doctor. I had to go to the county health clinic because I wanted to get weird immunizations for weird travels. And my doctor's like, yeah, you got to go to county health for that. And I went to county health. Oh, yeah, this is more aggressive. And I see the doctor and I'm like, oh, I've met you before. He's like, oh, have you? I go, yeah, in Linwood when you were doctor there. Because I've never been a doctor in Linwood. I said, I think you have. July of 93. He's like, oh my God. I was in a clinic in Linwood for like 1 week in July of 93. That's amazing that you remember that. I'm like, yeah. And what I didn't say is, yeah, the procedure was memorable.
Yes. Oh, no.
But
I went to a travel immunization clinic for a month getting ready for my trip to Europe and Africa. And it was so many shots, Brian. It was so many shots. I'm like, wait, what is that? What am I being immunized for? Oh,
you can just say Africa.
Huh?
You said Europe and Africa.
Yeah.
You can just say Africa. It's a big world.
The things you can catch from bats.
Mm.
Yes.
Mm. Because of our choice of the Mercator representation, we don't understand that Africa is very large.
It is dumbfoundingly large.
Yeah. There are individual countries that don't look like much on the map that are bigger than any country in, almost any country in Europe.
Oh yeah, no, that's a great comparison.
It depends if we're
Well, the Europeans don't understand how big other countries are anyway. So.
Now bear left onto 15th Avenue.
There we go. That's a correct choice. My German exchange student said, oh, I've got friends in Texas. We should pop down there for a day trip. I said, you can't pop down there by plane for a day trip.
I hadn't been to Texas before, and my mom moved there with her husband. And when I went down to get her and bring her back to the Pacific Northwest, move all of her stuff after her divorce, I could not believe how long it took us it was days to escape Texas.
Oh, yeah.
It was shocking. Wait, how are we still in this state? I've been driving for 2 days. It was nuts.
El Paso is closer to San Diego than it is to East Texas.
Have you made it down to Rocket Ranch?
I've been to Starbase once.
Me too.
I haven't seen it fully stacked, but it doesn't matter because just the booster defies human understanding.
No, it's actually they're so bizarrely large. I was down there and I ended up parking right next to, like on the other right across the street where everybody just back up that little slope. And I parked and I looked over and it was, what's her name? She does all.
Ellie?
No. It was a older lady who been doing photography there forever.
Oh, right next door.
Yeah.
She used to live there.
She like
till they kicked her out.
Yeah. So anyway, I pulled up and I looked over and I'm like, oh my God, it's so and so. Chris like, how do you know that? I'm like, YouTube.
Uh-huh.
It was fantastic.
There's a guy sitting in a Model 3 eating his lunch.
Mary.
Just looking at Boca Chica gal.
Boca Chica.
Guy sitting in a Model 3 eating a sandwich, just looking at the booster. And I went over and said, it's beautiful. He goes, it is. Are you hoping to catch the launch? Because there was a wide open test window. He goes, yeah, I don't think I'll make it. I'm only in town for a couple weeks, and I'm just going to hang out until it's done. We just had a big event in Austin. He goes, I was there, Brian. I'm like, I don't know that. I guess we know each other.
Yeah. I was there for one of their early
hops.
For when they were doing a test of the booster. And what Should it have turned?
No, but I can see the parking garage.
Oh,
I guess I can see the hospital. Oh, just
wow.
dodging.
Yeah.
Hmm.
This standard is actually a little elevated above where it
I
used to
would
be.
say so.
So, like, so it was somewhere between. So
But
they,
there's
like, they
two
took the-
steps below it now.
yeah. So, and slot is like dead on whatever the sign says.
Oh, so the parking garage entrance isn't up here? It's around the other way.
Question is, will it figure it out?
Now turn
Well,
right.
I didn't count it to go into the garage because there is. It's not going to get in there.
No. It's like, well, I'll just park instead. Emergency department patient parking only.
That's fine. Do you think?
Oh. Wait. Is it reparking?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, it was pretty
Okay.
good the first time.
That was actually pretty good. This is slightly better.
You like your bumper camera?
I love the bumper camera.
Yeah.
Actually.
So let's see if we.
It's super critical especially if you don't have a lifted car.
Because see, it had the dot in there, but let's just. Yeah.
There we go. Interesting. The backing up stuff is fantastic. I have to set. Oh, I can't figure out how to get it to do the parking choice thing. I
Yeah.
haven't figured it out. I looked at it today.
Hmm.
I thought I went down caught on. Wait, whoa, what are you doing? You know,
It's not gonna. All right, so we'll go into the park.
it's like no, you
No.
are obviously going to the hospital. This is a better.
It knows I'm a sick man. Uh-huh.
In 500 feet,
Mhm.
right
Like,
17.
most likely, you're dropping
How
your
do I
passenger off
make
at the hospital.
Tesla version 14 give me parking choice?
In Tesla's full self-driving version 14.1, head to Controls on your screen. Tap Autopilot. Then set Arrival options. Pick parking lots, street, driveway, garage, or curbside before you start the trip. It'll handle the rest once you get there. No extra fuss.
Did you see it?
Yeah, version 14's got that built in. Just
No, there's nothing. That's stupid. That's dumb. That's not where it is.
That's not what it is.
It's supposed to be in here.
Oh. Well, we don't have a destination.
Oh, what is the destination?
Oh, here.
I've seen them. I saw Joe Tegmeyer do it. Except,
I've seen the screenshots.
I can't figure out how to get to it. It's like, is it there? No. Yeah, I don't understand.
Now
So,
turn right
so
on
when you
Highway
navigated to
17.
my house, it didn't say driveway, street.
No. And I tried. I desperately tried. I'm like, the internet says it's right here somewhere. It's supposed to be somewhere here. It's not. Arrival, energy, edit trip, add stop, settings.
Maybe.
Settings. No.
Oh,
Now
that's the
turn right.
usual stuff.
Yeah,
The arm is down.
that's the exit.
Is this a way to get into it?
It's
Now turn right.
park up in there and see if it'll
Now your
drive out.
destination is
There's no tickets or anything. Just got an arm.
Yeah, I can't figure that one out. It should be easier to play. I would put it in the non-intuitive category. That's for sure.
My child is a genius. My 3-year-old can figure out an iPad. I don't think it's your 3-year-old. I think it's the people who designed the app.
because I wanted to set it for my my house so that it would go to into my garage. I even put lines in there in the garage to help.
I've seen people successfully do that.
Yeah, occasionally, for no apparent reason, it will do what I always do. It will pull up in front of my house and back into the driveway. But it's done it like twice, once for me and once for my wife. If I ask it to do that, it absolutely refuses. It's like, no, that's not a thing.
So this will get us to the highway.
Okay.
We'll go to the place where Twilight was partially filmed.
So now we're there. Enter destination.
Uh-huh.
Use the on-screen search bar in the navigation app to set a trap. Engage FSD. Once the route is planned. Swipe up. Okay. Swipe up from the bottom of the screen. Okay. Here we are, exiting garage. You'll see. You'll see an at destination.
Nope. I'll tell you, since version 11, 12-ish, it's gotten a lot better at recognizing speed bumps and not taking them at 30.
Yeah, I remember when it first started recognizing them, it would drop to like somewhere between 15 and 17. These are really tall speed bumps.
These are very sharp.
And that was great. And now it actually slows down even more for them, which is even better. That's still kind of fast.
I think it's because they're uncommonly steep.
Yeah. Like little mountains. Speed mountains. I love the visual edition with the street out there.
Oh, wow. That's insane.
It's crazy. Well, they said that it understood more about where it was in the world now. So its world building capabilities are obviously now a generation higher. It's doing a fantastic job. Like it's inferring all this out here.
Mm-hmm.
That also seemed to be what's helping on the highway was its larger context window.
So this speed bump is so sharp.
It thinks it's a curb.
Whoa, what are we doing? Are you going to take me out the entrance?
Yeah.
Should I let it?
Yeah, it just oh. What?
Hey, let's go.
Oh, is this the it's going to look
Lost.
It's going to look for a different exit.
Huh.
Interesting. Where are we going? It's like maybe down here.
Well, there had been another exit.
Oh.
It's reasonable to assume there's two exits. Are we trapped?
The endless parking loop.
I love when the facilities department decides that part of the garage is just their storage now.
Yeah. They're like, do we really need two entrances?
When I did the drive with my brother, the hot rodder.
See, it says exit right there.
Yeah.
This is how we know it doesn't read signs.
I'm gonna. If you're not gonna do it, I am.
Do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, where's the person?
Nope. Nope. I think we could spend.
Fail.
Hey.
Fail. I'm gonna get that hard.
My brother goes, is the camera on? I'm like, yeah. He's like,
Now turn right onto Delaware Street.
never mind, I'll say it later. Well, I don't want to get our family business on the...
I know I'm
Now turn right
constantly now aware of this. My language has improved.
Fall season is here. Help buttons available. Have no fear. It's an elder options place. Fall season.
Oh, I get it now. Oof, that's wow.
A little dark.
Little bit.
So I see what you mean on the phantom gas.
It's like, hurry up. Oh, wait. It was like it was pulling out in front of cars. I mean, there was a car there, so, and it jumped over into this left lane. I still feel like localization of behavior is, well, I suppose that'll eventually happen. Because people just drive different in different parts of the country. There's different social cues, there's different social norms for driving behavior.
You've seen what happens with New York drivers in LA, and LA drivers in New York.
Yeah, there's just a different style, different expectation, you know. The number of rules that you don't follow is different.
And which ones?
And which ones. Like which one's totally okay to not do or do. It's just very different. And they surely have data. They surely have data on this, right?
They must. But how much headspace do you allow it for that?
Yeah, that's the question.
What I'd like to see, maybe if I was in charge, is localization packages that don't download until you get to that region.
Yeah, something you could load onto your, you know, maybe you're on your own, like, SSD drive or something.
That's too fiddly. If you're driving to the Northeast, you get the Northeast.
Oh, I see. Yeah, where are you going to be?
Yeah, because my car is probably never going to need Northeast driving.
This will. They have a trip plan. So, that's the only part of the country I haven't really explored.
So check this out. How much would you pay for a good desk chair if you're going to be spending a lot of hours at a desk?
A good desk chair?
Yeah.
Oh, I would pay $300-400.
There's a guy in California who makes Model Y desk chairs for $400
With these seats?
with seats out of Rex.
Oh, that is very cool.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Joe from San Joaquin Owners Club has one. He doesn't ship. He will not ship. It's too big and bulky to ship. So
How many could I buy?
right? So how many can you fit in your car on a road trip?
A lot. You could fit a lot in here, I think.
You've been to Nepal.
Huh?
Have you been to Nepal?
I have not been to Nepal yet.
Dr. Know-It-All has. That doesn't surprise me.
That doesn't surprise me. He's been everywhere.
It was fun. He was saying, oh, I really want to keep leveling up my pilot's license, but it's too expensive. Any suggestions for what I can do to make things more affordable? And boy, the comments were less kind than I expected. Live within your means.
Yeah. Yeah, becoming a pilot is one thing. Like, renting a plane is a whole nother. Being partners in a group purchase of an airplane or lease is another crazy thing. Now you have all these other entities involved. Yeah. I never completed my pilot's license. I was doing my pilot training right before the 2008 collapse. And ended up cutting some expenses during that time. That was part of the 10% across the board cuts in our household.
It was fun when the 2008 collapse hit. There were a lot of projects in the UAE, and immediately the question was raised, are they on hold? Are you going to finish them? And they said, oh, you don't understand. Our buyers are not affected. Yeah, they're all shut down. No, this is speculative housing.
Yep. Yeah, it's housing for workers, just general baby boomers moving over there from all over the world. Yeah, you saw the abandoned construction sites. Here's how you go. Let's see how we do here. Are we on standard? Yeah.
What I never understood was, and by the way, for non-standard tires on the road, this is still quieter than a 23.
Okay.
This is
loud. Like, I think, because I knew it was before, it was like dead silent in here. Now I can actually hear the road.
You haven't been on the highway in a Cybertruck, have you?
No.
Oh, it howls
Does it? Oh.
because they're big
Oh,
off.
those, yeah. They're not. They're. I had there was a Norwegian brand of tire I put on my truck. Those things.
This. Oh, Yokohama.
No, not Yokohama.
That's
No,
not
no,
Norwegian.
that's not Norwegian. It was like they're famous for the Hakkapeliitta snow tire. Um,
I just went with the most non-Norwegian brand I could think of.
yes, that was very non.
The lane change. The lane changes. The lane changes are assertive, confident, snappy. Boy, I tell you, on older like 12, I've had it maybe once or twice on 13, where you got someone behind you, you put on the blinker, and it just won't get over. It's like, okay, you know what? One of us has to be the adult here.
When I was stuck on 70 miles an hour because of the conditions, it jumped into the left lane with somebody coming up. I'm like, now what's it going to do? It just stayed beside the other car. Didn't speed up, didn't slow down. And finally, the other car, I guess they didn't like me right beside it. They sped up, and then the car got over. But I was like, what is it going to do? It's going to do nothing. Yeah, I think it was that cap, that 70-mile-an-hour conditional cap, which isn't part of FSD.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
deterministic.
Know your limits.
Yeah.
I've had that happen as well, where the guy in front of me is going 68, and I've got a cap of 70, and it's like, oh, I'm going to pass this guy, and it'll get next to him and just sit there. And the other one is, it'll try and go around this guy, and then the spray hits. It's like, I can't do this.
Yeah. Twice it just jumped over to the fast lane, and then back over here to go around the spray. And I was like, well, I didn't understand why it did it the first time. Like looking around, going, hey, why did we change lanes? And I'm like, wait a minute. They did it again. I'm like, oh, that's an emergent behavior. I like that one. That's fantastic. Windshield wipers. I'm supposed to be supervising this vehicle when we're on FSD, or whoever the driver is.
If I can't see,
If I can't see, I can't supervise.
and if I can't see,
Like, how is it seeing? Like, I think it's like, there's just such a delay. Like it's like they've made the sampling size so long that like it takes a long time for it to go, no, it's raining. I don't understand why it would let the window be completely obscured with water before the first windshield wipe.
what I told Justin from Bearded Tesla Guy was sometimes it'll follow too close, and I think, well, it can stop quicker than me.
Yeah.
And Justin said, yes, but I'm the one who has to take over if it makes a mistake. That's a good point. If it is now outside of my band of capable operation, we're too close.
In standard mode, on the highway, at normal highway speeds, in traffic, which brings you close to other cars for a long period of time, it was about 1.2 seconds of following distance. That's what it was maintaining.
That's tight.
That's super tight. Like that is. I mean,
Ill-advised.
you got some pretty sharp reflexes, like, and your foot's like ready to get on the brake or something. That's at the edge of human responsiveness.
Yeah.
So it says it takes us about a third of a second to actually go, oh, something's happening. I should respond.
Well, like the way these guys are following,
Yeah.
I never follow like that.
I think when I went to, like in high school, back when they used to have driving school as part of high school, 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Was the following distance. I mean, that could have been because brakes were terrible then.
Well,
so like cars didn't regularly come with disc brakes already.
in all but dense traffic, 2 seconds is fine.
I personally feel it used to be. Remember, you used to be able to choose following distance, or you still can, but that was an autopilot. Right. That's not self-driving.
Which our gray one.
Now they're taking away even more, but they, like they said, they're saying all input is error, right? So That's so me fiddling with the wheel is it's just not doing its job well enough.
In Tron mode, when you activate Tron mode, it plays the soundtrack from the movie.
I'm so jealous of people that have Tron mode.
You shouldn't be, because
But now I'm not.
now you're not.
I was.
And here's a fun thing. Did I tell you how they get around the licensing on the music?
No.
It just uses your music player.
Oh.
It goes straight to your... Do you have Spotify? Do you have Apple Play? Do you have
Oh.
YouTube Music? It'll play on whatever you have.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
That's a great idea.
that's perfect. Just skip it. The best licensing deal is no licensing deal.
That's brilliant.
And you know how... So it turns your light red.
Mm-hmm.
It plays Nine Inch Nails. And you know how Trent Reznor's music is weird and experimental. There's like this weird offbeat... Nope, that's the blinker. That's because it's got a Nine Inch Nails kind of tone to it.
No. You know, it's just an
And I didn't realize it was the blinker because I don't activate the blinker.
antithetical rhythm. They're going on.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. It's like, huh, that's bold. So this town...
Wait, what town is this?
Kalama.
Oh, this is Kalama. I haven't been in Kalama for so long.
This school was in the movie Twilight for about 20 seconds. And this town is very pleased about that. Because
Right onto
they're
73rd Street.
milking that one, probably.
milking it.
I'm surprised they didn't change it to the Twilight School District.
I tried to watch one of those movies. I don't think I'm the target demographic.
I am for sure not the target demographic. That's a nice.
Isn't it beautiful? You can see why they would
Yeah.
use that.
In 500 feet, turn left.
It's like the meatiest of mid-century architecture.
That's a little different.
They use
Turn
brick.
left.
Try to tie it in. Chinook Stadium. Good Northwest theme.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and with a view. Territorial view. Very nice.
River down there. Can't see it quite from here, but... Oh,
Yeah, we don't need to park. It made it. It made it all the way here.
now a question I have is, if we... Hear me out.
Now turn
Okay.
What we're going to do is avoid highways.
Oh, nice. Good choice. Good choice.
And
Just
then...
some rural road here.
and then... Can I turn it on? And then maybe we'll try some of the more aggressive settings. Because I'm not doing Mad Max on the highway.
Yeah.
I'll just get a ticket.
Yeah.
What? What? Okay. Are you...
In 500 feet, bear right onto Southeast State Street. Then turn right to stay on Southeast State Street.
Where's you?
Ah.
Oh, we're turning.
You went the wrong way.
Yeah, that's all.
All right.
That's all it
That's
was.
fine.
Bear right onto Southeast
Would
State Street.
Can I take you to lunch?
Oh, sure. Where do you want to go?
I don't know. Mexican or Thai?
Oh, okay.
You
Now
must
turn
have.
right to stay
You
on
must
have
have.
both?
You must have. You have both of those.
Oh,
You
yeah.
must have favorite ones though.
Yeah.
Favorite local ones.
Mm-hmm.
In 500
Or we just cruise down to Seattle and go get some fish and chips. That'd be a little bit. But
Batting cage.
man, I wish I had a batting cage when I was a kid.
Mm.
Now
spent
turn left
all
onto
day
China
there.
Garden Road.
My brother used to have a 4th of July picnic, and it would always have a softball game. And I was a very good runner, but I was a terrible batter. So I spent all year at the batting cages without telling anyone. And the
It
next
makes a
year,
big difference.
he decided the party was too much work, and he never held one again.
Oh, that was some. Wow,
Yeah.
wow, that is.
In 500
What, yeah,
feet,
what is the universe trying to tell you?
South Street.
That happens.
When I went to Electric Era, I don't know if any of this is useful at this point, but the first part, sure.
Right
When I
on
went
West
to
Frontage Road.
the electric era thing, they got me in, weeks before the embargo lifted, so that we could, you were there.
Yep.
And I just loved my joke. Is my pin embargoed? And he's like, actually, yes.
Now turn right on West Frontage
Are
Road.
we?
Yeah. See that?
Yeah.
It's always two.
Okay, so we're in Mad Max.
Oh,
Okay, so now we're going to find out what Mad Max is.
Oh, man.
We're navigating.
Probably gonna pass this.
Oh, gosh, please don't. We are under the speed limit. So we set a place that's 19 miles away. And I said, don't take highways. And it thinks we're going to get there in 30 minutes. Ugh. But I'm pleased that it's not passing, because there's no visibility. So he's getting on the highway. Can you go that way?
Left onto Elm Street.
I don't know if we can go on this side of the highway. I feel like I've tried to go on that side of that. Well, he's going that way.
We're gonna find out.
Gotta find out.
I like this. I'm going on roads I haven't been on. I've been on the one over there because
Uh-huh.
we used to blast around on that road when we were doing motor build testing
Oh.
and suspension testing. So, like with my cousin Terry.
I saw a heartbreaking video today on social media. A guy had built a tea bucket, a little rope, and he pulls out of the driveway and the throttle sticks. And so he's like on a city street. He's like rolling, and then he tries to get it out of drive and he jams it into reverse. And now it's going backwards into and because the back wheels are exposed, he's just hopping up and over cars. Oh, that's devastating.
Oh, right. Stopping. I had my passenger endorsement at one point. Everybody in trucking services, the UW, had to go through bus driving school. I also had my Class A endorsement too, because
Not a through road.
not a through. Oh, interesting. Well,
We'll see.
it's in Mad Max mode. How fast is it going to go? Speed limit here is 35.
But I'm going to tell you right now, there are no cops on this road.
This is the kind of road I would bring my kids out when I was teaching them how to drive. When I was trying to teach them to not be afraid of the car, and we'd do burnouts in the car until they stopped crying. I'm like, look, you can't hurt the car. You're good, right? Don't worry about the car. So because we had nice cars, sports cars, and they were just super concerned. So, yep, sidestep the clutch, honey. 3,000 RPM, sidestep the clutch. Whoa! Oh wow, we're just gonna blast over railroad tracks too. This is
Not only that, I'm disengaging.
What road is it? Oh, I guess there's a road off to the wholesale natural gas place.
But I'll tell you, the last time I came down here, the tracks were blocked.
Oh, they were.
So it's entirely possible that it's no longer blocked.
Oh, interesting. Looks like an industrial site entrance. Well, only one Phantom Brake. Clamor River Industrial Park. It has the feel of it's got a two-way left turn lane. That was an expensive road to put in for.
Yeah.
This,
Yeah.
it seems
The middle turn lane is a little weird.
the trees. Somebody had a budget.
Well, the port of.
Yeah. Very nice. They're expecting a little more. I guess that's a relatively new building, so they were adding stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess this does go through. That's all brand new, isn't it? That looks pretty new. Ow, it's a little dirty.
Reasonably.
Yeah. So they did this because they're building an industrial park type area. Okay. things you don't see from I-5.
1,000 feet, turn right onto West Kalama River Road.
Oh, did you see that new giant warehouse they built? Apparently that was originally going to be the site of a Costco.
Okay.
And then COVID hit and plans changed. What I don't understand is why don't you just put a Costco right over the river in Rainier where there's no sales tax?
That's a lot of rolls of steel.
That is a lot of rolls of steel. Still in Mad Max, apart from my fear getting the best of me.
And it was right about this road.
It was right about the road, but that coming into that corner, that as hot as it was.
We're moving right along.
Yeah.
But I'm not driving.
Yeah. Well, this is Mad Max. I'm.
Roundabout and take the
Here.
second
Oh, it's gonna hang on. Wait. It's gonna take it's gonna take a roundabout here, really fast.
At
exit.
40.
Go into the roundabout and take the second exit.
Honestly,
That's appropriate. That's appropriate. Wait, which? Okay, it's gonna go left. Okay, and then it's gonna punch it. It's gonna drift this corner. Gas. Okay, what now? Yep, here we go. But now it's coming up on a crosswalk.
here.
It's this a random crosswalks. It brakes. Okay, it didn't do that. Okay, I was definitely prepared. That's a nice area.
Yeah.
Okay, so 40, 17.
It was doing
20
doing
over.
20 over before.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take it to just hurry because
You're fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's stuck. I've got fancy contacts.
speaking of cop motor, cop brakes, cop shocks, did you see the video of the guy who outran the police in the U district by jumping the bridge?
What?
Yes. The University Bridge.
The University Bridge.
Yeah. It was barely open and it was a stolen car and he sent it. And the cops were like, well, it's a freebie, I guess.
I went to see that video.
Yeah. The only videos I've seen are
Thought
low
about that
res.
many times,
But it was on like Cairo.
Okay.
It
was like from a security cam or
it
something.
was from the bridge cam, so it's not good quality.
Right. I'm actually glad you turned it down to hurry, because we were
It's a little
super hurrying.
15 over is still kind of a lot.
Yeah.
Let's see what standard does. Immediately pulls some speed off. We will go all the way down to Sloth. I wonder, like,
So what we're now?
what were the other...
Well, this is the thing I'm saying. So we dropped it, but it didn't come down. We're still doing exceptional.
In 1,000 feet, bear left onto
I wonder what more denigrating name Elon originally came up with for Sloth. There you go, you can see. And these people, oh, I've got a view of the mill. Where are you going? Really?
I'm kind of what? Whoa!
Yeah.
Okay, we're taking the long way.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Scenic route. That's what this is.
We're going to go by this
Hi, person's
house.
Okay.
Okay? Yeah.
That was interesting.
I'm going to guess
It's got a mill.
Do they? I'm going to guess they don't have a whole lot of trading data on this road.
Apparently not. They got a little now. Now every other Tesla will have to go that way now.
Because we've
reinforced
conditioned
it. Yes, we've reinforced that. That was a school zone.
Saturday.
Oh, right.
I'm sure the car doesn't know that.
It doesn't know what day of the week it is. And it still doesn't know what school zone means.
Well, they're just words.
Yeah.
You know, like how cities on opposite sides of the country are just words.
They're just words. It's still, when you were doing the search for the Interesting things to see in log work also. If you go to this historic building, you're like, that's not a thing.
That's not a thing, I'm telling you. No, it is. It is a thing. Oh, you know what I did yesterday that was fun? Is I asked to play Mad Libs. And it said, I guess Math Libs would be like numbers. I'm like, nope, Mad Libs. I don't know. So where you put in.
Yeah.
And I'm explaining, it's like, oh, okay, great, let's play. Once there was a verb who went to an adjective noun, and I'm like, oh. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Trying desperately to figure out what you want to do.
It was so.
What is the most likely thing he's talking about? Going word by word. This, then that, and this, then the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Gemini is trying to decode dolphin talk.
Worthy?
Yeah.
Might do it.
Mm-hmm. And apparently, I don't remember the name of it. There's another one. Oh, maybe Gemini's the one doing whales. And yeah, Dolphin Gemma is what they call it. It's Gemini for dolphins. But there's a whale one where they are confident that they've had a 20-minute conversation with a whale. Wow. So, yeah, but are they words or is it just a song?
Yes, sound emulation. Like, you make this noise, I'll make that noise.
Yeah.
You make this noise, I'll try to correct your pronunciation.
What did you call my mother?
What was that?
What? Whoa. I feel bad for the whales because they can hear, thousands of miles. And in the last 100 years, the oceans have gotten very noisy.
So,
we could fix it in 30 years. We're not going to. We could. Yeah.
this is a very pleasant drive at
Yeah.
this speed.
This is fine.
Got some fall colors here. Well, that's coming through on the video.
Maybe.
I've seen that pond so many times from
Other than
I-5.
that,
That's amazing.
so we were hoping maybe this would be a Amazon fulfillment.
That's what I thought it was for sure.
Locals thought it was, and it's available. It's speculative.
Oh,
Now enter the roundabout and take the second exit.
that's pretty good timing because if we start to grow U.S. manufacturing, there is going to be a lot of people who jump onto that bandwagon because there'll be some money there finally. There'll be maybe some margin. Maybe.
I just think we've lost the fire. My kids will never work in a factory. I worked in a factory.
Yeah, I worked on a production line too, but it's it's not something. Oh, I went rock hounding in Eastern Washington, Mattawa. I was looking for petrified wood, and you're in apple country there, apple and pear and cherry country. There are apples just on the ground. There's nobody picking them.
Yeah.
They're just on the ground. There's nobody there. Town is full of people. Nobody picking fruit. 20% of Washington's crop on the ground.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
This poor guy.
It's our number one export.
I just really cut him off.
Uh-oh.
Sorry. Here, I'll get out of your way a little bit. Your produce prices reflect it.
Yep, that's where it's going to show up.
And
It already has.
it already has. And I guess they
Wait, did you just tap the pedal and it sped up to 71? That's
Yep. Yes, we're experimenting.
I've never had it in a hurry.
Yeah. In hurry?
I haven't had it in a hurry.
In my head, I had taken it down to standard. Oh, you know what? It changed modes, didn't it? I did have it in standard when I hit the pedal. Oh, we're going to test that.
Oh, did it?
We're going to test that.
That's interesting. I haven't heard anybody talk about that. Okay.
All the way to sloth. Oh, sloth, aka insta regen. It's forced regen mode.
Yeah, 2 over is pretty typical right here.
This poor BMW behind us thinks we're in a mood. He's like, come on, are we going to go fast? Probably not.
Yeah, we just lost concentration and they're going too fast. Now we're back to concentrating and going slow. Okay.
Every now and then you see a guy in his Hellcat, and you're just like, oh,
It's everything I can do to not do that, especially if we're both
Now bear right
having
onto
the
South
light at
Avenue.
the same time.
how weird. You're taking me around downtown?
Whoa, is it just a four?
Now turn right
That's
onto
a,
10th
that's a
Street.
highway over there.
But, yeah, it's looping us around out to this highway. And you know what I bet it is? It might see congestion at the lake in advance of lake retreating. Because lake retreating's at 2.
In
But it's
front
still
of
on
you,
avoid
turn
highway,
onto
right?
3rd Avenue.
Oh, that's why!
Yeah.
It's avoiding the... God damn. That's
Yeah.
me. That's my bad.
Yeah, it's
All right.
it's like we're heading straight for a highway, but
So-
it's also getting on a state highway now.
Yeah, it's doing
Or
its
I mean, this is a
best.
route, state route.
Yeah, but isn't a state route? I mean,
That's what you do.
there you go. That's George Washington's head. I think that qualifies as a state route. So we will try and use the pedal to take it out of chill. Did I tell you that truck to me? That's not me. That's not you.
Yeah, I know. Holding on to my stuff.
The Hyundai Santa Cruz to me is proof that people do not. Oh, that's open. That people do not want a smaller pickup.
No.
The Santa Cruz doesn't sell. It sells a little, but it doesn't. And I think it's cool. I think it looks nice. I think it's the right size for almost anyone who wants a truck, because no one uses them for truck stuff, really.
They sell like gangbusters down in BCS down in Mexico.
Huh.
You see them all over down there. Little pickup trucks, little pickup trucks with work beds. They have the little like things in the side rails and stuff.
In Monterey, I took a lot of pictures of compact trucks.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if, since they already have volume, right, they might. I was wondering why they weren't selling them up here, but clearly.
Part of it is our goofy cafe standards.
Yeah. Oh, right.
So I'm going to hit the pedal and see if it changes modes for us.
Yep, it did.
Standard.
Absolutely did.
Would you look at that? Huh.
You discovered something that I have not seen on the interwebs. Yeah.
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
Guess I didn't need to put my hands in front of the camera, since the front of the camera is everywhere.
Everywhere.
Rock and roll.
That's good. Interesting. That's way better than having to throw a warning. It says, like,
I'm not going to brake.
yeah,
I'm not going to brake.
yeah, it's like, I mean, sometimes when you step on the gas, you have the speed set, you step on the gas, and it goes, hey, like, if you got your foot on the gas, I can't do full self-driving anymore, and alarms, right? So, I've had that when passing, like getting irritated, it wasn't going around somebody fast enough, stomp on the gas, and it's like, take over immediately. Here.
Okay.
It just changed your speed profile.
There you go. There you go.
Whoop.
Oh.
Or not.
Or not. I think both lanes go straight. Yeah. It was crazy. There, right here was a burger place and a Starbucks, and it was a fairly new mini mall. And they tore it all out because they were going to be doing some highway construction. Are you? Because it's been 5 years.
So they got the easement for it,
Yeah.
and then they didn't do anything.
You know what we have a big industry of here in Longview is fires at old mills. And it's like a pattern that's starting to get suspicious to me. It's a cottage industry.
Well, then they're probably insured, so
Yeah.
yeah, not suspicious at all.
One time I wanted to look up where we get our power, and I don't remember what I typed in, but it was the wrong thing. I typed in something like Longview Power Generation, and it brought up every power plant in town, of which there's like 5.
Oh.
What?
What?
What? Yeah. Oh, think of how much power
Oh,
this
yeah,
town
yeah.
used to need at a time when it didn't exist.
Yeah, when Weyerhaeuser was first.
Yeah.
And they were expanding like this whole building.
Yeah. And like up here, maybe, is a massive switchyard. Look at that
wow.
thing.
Jeez. That's a lot.
And I mean, is that a power plant?
Kind of looks like
Kind of looks like one.
a lot of cooling. Oh yeah, yeah. Look at the cooler. I don't sense that because they would have some peak power demands here for sure.
Yeah. And you can't go offline.
Specialty minerals. That's a mineral that looks just like the one they're building in Texas with that giant tube, the roasting tube.
Oh,
It's right there. So that said minerals.
that's definitely like a refinery or...
Yeah. Some chemical plant at least.
I love how this guy thinks I'm racing him. Don't you enjoy people who get angry at your robot?
Yeah, I know. I'm like, it's not me.
It's not me.
That's not me. Technically, I'm supervising it. Oh yeah, right there. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of energy management.
Yeah.
Well, we're not too far from where Trojan was too, so that would explain a lot of it.
What was that? Aluminum?
Nuclear power plant.
Oh, nuclear?
It's just down the river from here. Well, it's in Satson.
Here's an idea. If you're gonna build a nuclear plant, maybe don't call it Whoops.
That was just a nickname.
I know. Well, it's like Washington Power Service or something, but boy, was it.
It was a whoops.
It probably would have been fine. There's just no way of knowing because they didn't investigate enough they didn't inspect all the welds before pouring the concrete. It would have been fine.
I'm sure. For several years at least.
Uh-huh. Oh, reptile guy.
I love him.
He had a fire at his old place. And the Oregon ASPCA donated a lot of gear. ASPCA?
And I remember when he came to my kids' school.
Now turn right to stay on Mount
My kids
Road.
were they both had to have reptiles after that. So one got a corn snake and one got a gecko.
He was having a naming contest for one of his creatures. And I came up with a suggestion I was very proud of, and I shared with him, and it was a hard no.
He's like,
I don't remember what my suggestion was, but it was definitely not something he would have approved. You can guess. I don't remember.
he's so many things.
Yeah.
Oh, Brian and the naming story. Yes. You're like, oh, I've got one.
We're not calling him Trouser Snake.
No, we're not going to call him Mr. Pants. We're going to call him Mr. Pant.
Beach Highway. Then turn right onto Rollins Street.
I asked Rock about that one day on our trip. Karina looked at me like, what did you just ask it?
Huh.
Why are pants called pants? Plural.
Right.
Right? And,
Right.
and it was like, oh, that's easy.
And what was the answer?
I can't,
Because
tell,
each
I can't
leg?
tell you now. Yeah, but it's the way that pants used to be designed. They were like, you wore like a cod piece with
Oh.
stuff that tied to it. So they were stitched on. And if you look at medieval clothing, you'll notice the pants legs are stitched onto what looks like underwear.
Oh,
So
interesting.
they were
Interesting.
pant. The thing was a pant.
Gotcha.
Pant alone. Pant. So they were pants.
So I told it to avoid highways? we're going to be on like
Briefly.
200 feet of
I
highway.
was like, I can't get there.
I can't get there.
I tried. It did a really good job.
They did a really good job.
Had you not been on some of those roads?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Definitely.
Yeah.
Right onto Robin Street.
Absolutely not.
I have to take your whole bam family out.
Ah, maybe.
I discovered a new Scenic route. Dad.
Bruno's Pizza
Mhm.
has
Now
closed.
to right.
Whoa.
Or it's going to close like tomorrow or something.
What?
They've decided to retire. They're
This
just shutting it down.
this happens like when you'd have no one to pass on your restaurant to.
Now
This
you've
happened
arrived
to,
at your
um,
destination.
My one of my good friends, his family, went to like sell their restaurant, but it was such a like cult of personality. I mean, it was just him and his wife that had worked it forever.
I think it did really well. I think it did a good job. We did manage to capture something new, which is that you can roll up your speed profile with your foot.
That is very cool.
That is something no one, I think, has caught yet, at least publicly. I'm impressed. What do you think?
I think it's better than all of the 13s
Yep.
in many, many ways. And some of the regressions aren't that big a deal, honestly, in my experience. I thought it was going to be, but it's not. They're really minor things, a little hesitation here and there. Really doesn't affect your day-to-day operation of the vehicle. But boy, the things that are better are a lot better.
Are a lot better. And I would agree that those are things that they will iron out. Those are regressions we'd seen in other versions that they... And
Exactly.
at the earnings call, they even said, if you don't like beta software, just wait until, what did he say? 14.13 or 14.2?
14.2.
Yeah. And Omar from Holmar's catalog has said the same thing. Don't get super excited that you don't have it. Don't get all bent out of shape because maybe you don't even want it. Good stuff. Guys, what do we miss? What do we misunderstand? You know, all that stuff. Stay tuned and juicy. And I cannot wait to hear from you clever robots when you get 14 yourself.